Once upon a time in the magical land of Floravilla, there lived a little Barbie princess named Elara. She was known throughout the kingdom for her shining blonde hair, her twinkling pink gown, and most importantly, her kind and gentle heart. Elara was loved not just because she was royalty, but because she always helped others, listened to everyone with care, and spread joy wherever she went. Floravilla was a kingdom filled with colorful gardens, sparkling rivers, and friendly creatures. But even in the happiest places, people sometimes felt sad, lonely, or forgotten. Elara made it her mission to spread kindness, no matter how big or small the act. She believed one thing: kindness is a magic that everyone can share. Every morning, Princess Elara would visit the town square and talk to the villagers. Whether it was helping old Mr. Tilly carry his fruit basket, or reading stories to the children in the meadow, Elara did everything with love and grace. Chapter 2: The Sad Flower Fairy. One sunny day, Elara was taking a walk through Rainbow Garden when she noticed a soft sobbing sound. She followed the sound and found a tiny flower fairy sitting on a wilted tulip, wiping away her tears. "Hello, little fairy," said Elara gently. "Why are you crying?" The fairy sniffled and looked up. "I'm Fina, the flower fairy. I take care of these flowers, but they've stopped blooming. I think they're sad, and now I feel like I've failed." Elara knelt beside Fina and touched the tulip with care. "Even flowers can have bad days," she said. "But maybe they just need a little extra love." She brought buckets of water, sang songs to the flowers, and asked all the children to help decorate the garden with painted stones and paper butterflies. The garden sparkled with laughter, and slowly, the flowers began to perk up again. Fina's wings fluttered with joy. "Thank you, Princess Elara. You brought kindness not just to the flowers, but to me." Elara smiled. Kindness grows faster than flowers when shared. Chapter 3: The Grumpy Giant. A few weeks later, the village was in panic. "The grumpy giant is coming down from the hills," shouted a shepherd boy. Everyone ran to their homes and locked the doors. But Elara didn't feel afraid. She wanted to know why the giant was coming. She rode her unicorn, Stardust, to the edge of the forest and waited. Soon, a large figure appeared, a towering giant with tangled hair and big, droopy eyes. Instead of yelling or running, Elara waved. "Hello, Mr. Giant. What brings you here?" The giant looked puzzled. "No one's ever asked me that. I came to borrow some honey. I haven't had a sweet treat in years." Elara noticed his torn shirt and sad eyes. "You must feel lonely up there in the hills." The giant nodded. Elara returned to the village and asked the baker to make a giant-sized honey cake. She invited the villagers for a kindness picnic, where everyone brought something to share: food, music, and stories. The grumpy giant, whose real name was Joru, cried happy tears. "This is the first time I've felt welcome." From that day, Joru became the village's guardian, protecting it with love. Chapter 4: The Lost Kitten. One rainy afternoon, Elara heard a soft meow outside her castle window. She rushed out and found a tiny, shivering kitten, soaked from head to tail. "Oh, you poor thing," she whispered, wrapping the kitten in her scarf. She searched the entire village for the kitten's owner, but found no one. She named her Luna and gave her a warm bed, food, and lots of cuddles. But Elara didn't stop there. She started the Kindness Pet Corner in the town square where children and animals without homes could come and find friendship and care. Luna grew into a lovely cat, often seen riding in Elara's little basket, as she visited people in the kingdom. One day, a small boy came to the pet corner. "I lost my puppy last month," he said sadly. Elara and Luna helped search high and low and finally found the pup tangled in a bush near the woods. The boy hugged his puppy tight, crying with joy. "You don't just find animals," he told Elara. "You find hearts." Chapter 5: The Silver Teardrop. One moonlit night, Elara noticed a glowing light in the sky. A silver star fell into the enchanted lake, and a soft splash echoed in the air. Elara and Stardust rowed quickly to the lake. There, they found a creature made of light, a star maiden. "I lost my way," she said sadly. "I was supposed to bring dreams to children, but dropped my star map into the water." Elara dove into the lake, searching carefully until she found the glittering map at the bottom. She wrapped it in her cloak and handed it to the Star Maiden. "You didn't hesitate to help me," the maiden whispered. "Take this silver teardrop. Whenever someone feels hopeless, its glow will remind them that kindness always finds a way." Elara placed the teardrop in the castle's tallest tower where everyone could see its light. People from all over the land would visit and leave notes of gratitude or wishes for loved ones. The tower became known as the Lighthouse of Kindness. Chapter 6: The Lonely Prince. News came from the neighboring kingdom of Murrindale. Prince Theo was arriving for a visit. Everyone prepared feasts and dances, but Elara noticed something others didn't. Theo always looked away, rarely smiled, and often sat alone. She invited him for a walk through the magical grove. "Do you like it here?" she asked kindly. Theo shrugged. "Everyone wants me to be perfect. I don't feel like a prince inside." Elara took his hand. "Being a prince isn't about crowns or rules. It's about heart. And your heart is kind. I can see that." They visited the orphanage, read stories to the children, and planted trees. For the first time, Theo laughed, really laughed. Before he left, he gave Elara a small book. "It's a journal of kindness. You inspired me to write it." Elara hugged him. "Kindness is the best gift you can give, and you just did." Chapter 7: A Festival of Hearts. Elara's kindness touched so many lives that the villagers decided to host a grand celebration, the Festival of Hearts. Everyone wore bright clothes, carried lanterns shaped like stars, and shared their own stories of kindness. Fina the flower fairy brought blooming garlands. Joru the giant helped lift children high into the air for fun rides. The Star Maiden sent dreams of kindness fluttering through the sky. Even Prince Theo returned with his new kindness journal to read to everyone. At the center of the celebration stood Elara, holding Luna in her arms and surrounded by people whose lives she had touched. "Kindness," she said with a sparkle in her eyes, "is the magic we all carry. And when we share it, the world becomes beautiful." That night, the silver teardrop glowed brighter than ever, and the stars above twinkled as if they too were smiling. Chapter 8: The Secret Garden of Kindness. One day, while walking through a hidden trail, Elara found an old rusty gate covered in vines. Behind it lay a secret garden, quiet, wild, and untouched. Elara made it her new mission. She invited everyone in the kingdom, children, fairies, giants, animals, even lonely travelers, to help clean and plant. They turned it into the Garden of Kindness, a magical place where each flower bloomed with a story of love. Each bench had a note carved with someone's act of good. Every path led to a memory of joy. Elara planted a tree in the center and named it the Tree of Gentle Hearts. Its petals were heart-shaped and glowed softly when someone nearby performed a kind act. Children came there to play, to learn, and to remember that kindness isn't something we wait for, it's something we give. Chapter 9: The Gift of Giving. As the years passed, Princess Elara's acts of kindness became legend. But she never stopped doing small things, helping tie a shoelace, singing lullabies, giving away her toys, and always saying please and thank you. She started the Kindness Academy where children from all walks of life could learn not just magic, reading, and science, but also how to be kind. They learned how to listen with love, how to help without being asked, how to turn a tear into a smile. At graduation, each child received a crystal heart that lit up whenever they helped someone, just like Elara's did. And thus, the magic of kindness spread far beyond Floravilla, to every kingdom, every cottage, every sky path and forest trail. The end, and a new beginning. Elara never wore her crown too tightly, never held her title too high. Her greatest power wasn't in her wand or in her castle, it was in her heart. Kindness is the thread that weaves all hearts together, she said. And so, the little Barbie princess, Elara of Floravilla, lived happily, not just ever after, but ever kindly. Glowing star moral of the story: kindness is the most beautiful magic. Share it every day, and you will see wonders grow all around you.